guys, it's currently day 2 of my big Gunma to Hokkaido trip, and I am currently cycling along the Shinano River. That's Shinano with an N, not Shimano with an M, unfortunately, unrelated to the brand of bicycle parts and fishing rod parts maker. Today, this morning, I started out along the Uonuma River where I camped out. It was really interesting. I saw an empty campsite with some barbecue stuff by it, so I decided to pitch my tent near there. And in the morning, I awakened to some oji-san, some grandpas, getting ready to barbecue some fish. Seems like they set up that site along the river and are there almost every day in the summer. Barbecuing fish and just hanging out, having a good time, enjoying the retired life. Kind of like me right now, except I'm on a bike. The Shinano River is really pretty. It's got a lot of farms along it. Over there you can see, I'm not sure what those plants are, but it looks to be some sort of leafy vegetable and either rice or soba, rice or buckwheat. And there's not a lot of traffic along this trail, which is really nice. It's a really wide one-lane road, paved. There's some pretty cool gravel roads that I'd like to explore down by the river valley, but I'd probably waste a lot of energy doing that. Anyway, the plan for today is to go to the ocean. There is a castle I'm looking to go to. I forgot the name of it right now, so I'll type it in. But, sorry, not a castle, a shrine. And then after that, I'm going to decide if I have enough energy to climb over a mountain pass. If I don't, I'll probably just continue along the road to get to Niigata City. If I do, I'll climb the mountain pass and then barrel down it at breakneck speeds and then continue to Niigata City. So about a half hour ago, I passed Yahiko Shrine. I went in and got a few pictures, which I have included. But now I'm going to the seaside and I'm going to ride into Niigata along the sea line, is what they call it. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous, and just look at this, the juxtaposition of the mountains and the rice fields, and I can already smell the sea breeze coming in on this very quiet 2-lane road. Finally, the ocean. After my previous video, I rode along what I thought was the seaside line for like 45 minutes until I realized the seaside line was actually in the southward direction, and I am currently going north. However, this is plenty of seaside. Absolutely gorgeous. And speaking of gorgeous, one of the gorgeous things about being a cycle tourist or a tourist of any kind, really, is the kindness that you can receive from others when you just ask. Perhaps not in a car or a position of slightly higher privilege. Obviously, I'm very privileged to be doing this cycle tour. But a lot of times when I find I'm motorcycle touring or cycle touring or through hiking, I find that strangers are very kind, and I definitely wouldn't say rely, but am hugely appreciative of the kindness of strangers whenever I go on my big tours. On the side of the road, there was a stand a watermelon stand, and a very nice lady. I wanted to take her picture, but she didn't want her picture taken, so here's a picture of watermelons and my bicycle. Selling watermelons and other melons by the ocean for actually quite a good price in Japan. 1,400 yen, which is about 14 bucks. And they were really big watermelons too. I wanted to just buy a cut slice, but she wasn't selling them. But she went ahead and had a block for samples, and she cut one for me anyway, and gave me a sample. And after I finished the sample, she cut another piece and gave me another piece. And I'm pretty sure she was about to cut a third piece, but I decided it was time to move on from usurping her kindness. So yeah, I love stories of kindness and being on the receiving end, and I also love giving kindness as well to cycle tourists and travelers in general. My house is always open to travelers. So whenever you see a weary traveler, it's always good to show them a little bit of kindness. You never know what you might get in return. One thing I like to do is compare Japan and California. The reason I like to do this is they're obviously quite different. Japan's a lot more humid in the summer and overall, and there are quite a few more mountains along the west coast of Japan than there are in California. But they're approximately the same size, and they share an ocean. And some of the biomes are very similar. For example, this area that I'm riding through is very reminiscent of the Highway 1, the stretch of Highway 1 near, oh my gosh, cars and tree. The stretch of Highway 1 near Monterey. The way the sandbars kind of pile up, and the mix of vegetation, the slightly rocky coastline, but also sandy coastline. There are a lot of parallels between Japan and California. You gotta see it in person.